Hi, welcome to Fifth Quarter. I'm Ben, this is Jordan, and we are going to talk some basketball.
But firstly, we just need to make a quick apology. We've been absent for the last month, but that's for a very good reason.
Has it been a month?
Yeah, a month.
Oh, yeah, it has, hasn't
Pretty
it?
much right on.
Hey, tell us, why? Why has it been a month? Because it's his fault.
It is my
It
fault.
is his fault.
But I am not sorry because I'm officially a dad, which is... Thank you. She is perfect, little Ailey May. That's all the information you're getting. Besides that, what I'm adding to the scene today
Yes, tell us.
is that we're talking about the champs, the finals, and then the draft.
Mm-hmm.
But I figured some good old tape, sports tape, for the Warriors would go down well because every single one of them needed one of these.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Curry could have put this tape around his eyes and still hit the shot that he missed in that last game. But anyway, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
So, tape, champs, draft, covering what we missed.
Yeah. And we have missed a lot over that time.
My goodness.
Like, time really flies in the NBA world, and if you're gone for a month, you miss a lot. So, anyway, I guess what? We just go to champs. Everyone knows what happened, so we might as well talk about it.
Quick little recap.
Yeah.
Toronto. At the start of the season, I don't think anyone would have said Toronto.
I would have said, I think I remember saying something like they are like the fifth best team.
Yeah.
In
Which is
in
pretty...
the East. In the East.
They I think what this can tell us for the NBA world. Firstly, we must recognise Warriors were injured. I hated, doesn't matter what you think of Kevin Durant, I did hate to see him go down. He tried to come back, didn't work.
Love to see him lose, but not like that.
No.
Like, it hurts to see someone get injured.
It does. And then Klay Thompson in the last game.
Yeah.
It was a really unfortunate circumstance. I would have liked them to, I think they would have won if they were healthy, but that wasn't the case. You can't put that in. Toronto deserved it.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest example is the GM.
Masai Ujiri. Yeah.
He made the right moves when he needed to. Marc Gasol at the trade deadline.
That's it. The team that they brought into
The start of the season.
the start of the season, very, very different. Which, like, it's fair to say that at the start of the season they weren't going to win.
Mm-hmm.
But was it? Danny Green was in from the start.
He was in from the start.
Was it? It was Marc Gasol and there was someone else.
There was someone else. I'm literally trying to think of who that was right now. It will come to us.
Yeah.
But he was the big, I guess...
Jeremy Lin.
Oh, Jeremy Lin.
Not that.
Not that he did anything.
You know that.
But-
veteran presence.
First Asian to win a championship.
Well,
So...
I'm glad Jeremy got one.
You know what? He worked hard. He deserved it.
He's worked through a lot of different things in his career, just not getting a chance for stuff. And yeah, he's an NBA champion now.
Yeah. Did it for the Asian Pacific area. Because we didn't get an Australian this year, so unfortunately.
And over the last decade, we have got a lot of championships.
We have, yeah. So I guess we'll claim him.
Yeah.
Anyway, the other thing is for the games.
Yeah.
My MVP was not Kawhi Leonard.
Tell us who was your MVP?
Just hello.
By the way, the sound quality is still so poor because these aren't actually, they're not connected to anything. But
hey, nope. Okay,
we're
getting there.
We couldn't get them working, so they're just props. We're getting used to them.
Delicious props though. It was actually a duo.
Wait,
what was the duo?
I haven't read it.
What was the duo that was the co-MVP for the Toronto Raptors?
I believe.
Yeah.
You're going. Kyle Lowry's got to be in there, right?
No.
Oh man,
No, I'm
give the
sorry.
guy some love.
I can't give him some love.
Okay, fine.
As in, I can. He did fantastic, but a duo that won the MVP for them, who no one really spoke about. Oh, they spoke about him a little, but
Okay, Marc Gasol's in there.
Nope.
No, thank you. Okay,
I've been away 4 weeks and this guy's lost the plot.
Okay, I know. Pascal Siakam. What finals are you watching? Okay.
I'm watching.
Okay.
the
Who I
NBA
actually thought you were gonna say.
Oh yeah.
Um, Danny Green.
Yes.
Okay, and Fred VanVleet.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Danny and Fred.
Yeah.
How many clutch shots can Fred VanVleet hit? Oh my god. Honestly, every
That
opportunity.
guy, he single-handedly won the end of one of the games for them. Like, just
Correct. I think
Came
game
out.
3 or 2. I don't know. One of the earlier ones.
Yeah, one of the early ones.
He came out and didn't miss.
Mm.
Even in that final game, game 6, he
Yeah.
hit 14 points or 12 points in the fourth quarter or something. Crazy.
Yeah, and for the game, he had like over 20. Didn't
Yeah.
He? Yeah.
And Danny Green didn't have crazy numbers, but again hit very timely.
Danny Green
threes.
kind of games.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. He had the one where he hit 7.
Yeah.
Game 1 or 2.
Did he hit 7 in that game?
Yeah. So those two boys, if you don't have them,
And their defense, both of them.
both
both of them,
defensively,
animals.
best defensive player on Curry the whole postseason was Fred VanVleet, which is crazy because he's not a big guy. He's not like
He's like
long. He's just
the Dellavedova of Toronto. Just
that he was.
just getting under his skin.
Yeah.
Getting in there.
So quick shout out to those guys. The other thing is it the end of an era?
I assume we're not talking about the Toronto era. Are we?
Well, that's probably done as well.
Yeah.
But no, the Warriors.
The Warriors. Yeah. Well, it's like if they do come back and they're good, because they've got a lot of good pieces.
They're still good team.
And now with like, we'll talk about this later, but with the free agency stuff,
Yep.
but with D'Angelo Russell going there,
Yep.
they've got a lot of talent still. So I'd look at it more like you got your first three-peat Bulls and then your second
Yeah.
three-peat Bulls. So
Yeah.
they're different teams, sort of.
Yeah.
Because when you look, like, without Iggy there, without Kevin there, I don't know, it's changed so much since the start.
Yeah, it really has.
Mind you, the first 2 years of the Warriors, when they won and then when they lost, that was one team.
And then the
this
Kevin Durant
era, and now it's moving into another era. So they're going for their third era now.
Yeah.
In this Steph Curry.
Hard to keep up, I
era.
think so.
Yeah.
They're going to be good still. Like you said, they're talented, but
Well, I think we're looking for them between a 6th to 8th seed in the West.
yeah,
For this next
that's
season.
fair. Because Curry's going to get more attention than he ever has the last few years. Obviously, Thompson's out.
Yeah.
Draymond Green finally is going to have to play in the regular season because he doesn't.
Yeah.
And I mean, Kevin Durant, no matter what you say, is I think the best offensive player in the NBA.
And he's pretty good defense too.
And he's improved in that area. So look, they're gonna struggle.
He's probably the best defensive social media player ever. Like, just gets on there. It's so defensive with his tweets and stuff.
100%.
He's the best with that.
Shout out to Drake. Congrats, Toronto. Congrats. I never thought I'd be saying it.
I honestly, I never thought it would come that Toronto would win a championship.
What does the world come to?
I know.
But I will. Before we go to the draft, I will quick shout out. You called it when we were talking about it and supposed to do an episode, but little Bubba can. We did our predictions. Still, I said Warriors in 5, but you called it.
I did. Warriors in 6.
Warriors in 6.
Oops. Sorry. Toronto in 6. Raptors in 6. Although I will admit that was more of a call of hope than a call of true belief in it coming true.
Look, if anyone that I speak to about the NBA at all, you're the one person that's always been someone has to beat them.
Oh, okay, yeah. let me take this little platform to just talk about.
All right.
2016. I think I may have been the only person at the start of the 2016 finals who called Cavs in 7. Well, I didn't call Cavs in 7. I just said Cavs were going to win. But then when they were down 3-1, I knew that they were going to come back and win. And that was not a thing of hope. That was a true thing of belief. And it happened. But since then, things have to go wrong for them. And like I said, something has to go wrong at some point. And it all went wrong.
At the wrong time.
And it still went to 6 games.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
And it probably could have really gone to 7. I said about Curry's shot.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it's crazy, but at the same time, it's not, because when you look at it, Steph Curry, he was healthy, he was fine, and he's one of the best point guards in the league, the best shooter in the league.
Yep.
Klay Thompson was pretty much healthy for the whole thing.
The whole thing
Oh no, wait. When? No, sorry. He got
Early on, he was a bit,
he
yeah.
got- okay.
But he was healthy even in game 6
Yeah.
until the third quarter.
Iguodala's healthy.
Yep.
Draymond Green's healthy. And that is like, that's like almost a big three on their own.
Mhm.
There, like sure, Iggy's
And their system, like they're a very
Yeah.
well organised team, so it wasn't surprising.
Yeah,
Um,
but because they rely so heavily on the others, I guess it's harder to fill the gaps.
yeah.
But whatever,
Anyway,
it's over now.
it's done.
On to 2020.
2020 is the year,
Yeah.
Portland's year. We'll get to it.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
All right, the draft.
Okay.
Again, another fairly quick recap.
Because really, we don't
No-
know most of these players.
We don't know what
Yeah.
they're going to be like, and the first few picks happened like we all thought they would. Zion, Joe, RJ, even Hunter at 4. That the Hawks traded up for. I will
Yeah.
say, Hawks, congratulations! You guys now have the best young core in the league. I think.
Yeah, although I know. I know nothing about Hunter. Is he big or small?
Wing,
Okay.
strong wing too.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I would say, he's a tall, small forward.
Yeah.
He. Again, we don't know what he's going to be like, but I watched him in the NCAA,
Yeah.
and he was a good player
Yeah.
and worth trading up for because they had like the 8th and the 10th and a bunch of others, and I think they traded the 8th and a few other later ones for the 4th. Like they really didn't give up too much. It worked for LA as well because not LA. Oh, Pelicans, because Pelicans had it from the trade from Anthony Davis, which we haven't
true.
even touched on yet.
Oh
my
so
goodness.
much. I guess that'll come in free agency, but it'd probably be everywhere.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in a sec.
But they kind of missed out. They missed out on the future first ballot Hall of Famer
Keep going.
from the University of North Carolina, Kobe White, drafted number 7 by the Bulls. Everybody, Kobe White, future Hall of Famer. You heard it right now.
Well, I will say, first North Carolina player drafted by the Bulls since who?
His Ernest, Michael Jordan.
Oh yes,
Yes.
Michael Jordan.
Wait, the first...
And
the
only
wait,
there's only
you
been 2. They've only drafted 2 for North
mean
Carolina.
the first round, is it?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah. No, ever. I think ever. I don't want to quote that.
No,
First round.
because Tyler Hansbrough was from UNC.
First round.
Wait, or maybe was it...
Do you like Kobe White?
I know nothing about Kobe White. I know nothing about it.
You like the fact that he's got some big hair?
I like that he's playing with the Bulls.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
no, however, I did see him play
Yeah.
in the tournament, and maybe a little bit before that, just because it was because
It's North Carolina.
North Carolina, Duke.
That's
big
right, yeah.
games. So I did have a look at that. Seemed to be able to run his team around, but
Yeah, I think he's a good point guard.
Mm.
Interesting that they've chosen him over Chris Dunn, obviously.
yeah,
Not a bad option. I think Chris Dunn is a good backup point guard,
yeah,
not a good starting point guard. In the era, the point guards are so strong.
yeah.
We'll
it's,
see.
It's tough. Keen to see how it's going to go.
Yeah, another few other small things to point out. There were 17 trades on draft day,
Yeah,
big and small. That's the most ever,
yeah,
which is
okay.
crazy. Bol dropping to the second round, who
Yeah.
was meant to be a lottery pick. Poor guy had injuries at the wrong time.
Mm.
Couple of bad things mentioned about his work ethic.
And Taco falling right out of the draft.
He literally was thrown. He got a 10-day contract, I think, for the summer league. But 10-day contract means nothing.
That 10-day contract will be nothing in the end. I don't think
He's going to
he
go
won't
and
make
play in Europe somewhere or
Yeah.
something and make some money.
it. Yeah.
The other big news.
Wait.
Big news from the draft.
Does this have to do with an Australian?
No, stuff the Australians.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, well, maybe not stuff the Australians because we're Australian.
Yeah.
But the
Alright.
big news is
Yeah.
that Nazar Little dropped to the 25th pick by the Portland Trail Blazers.
Oh, this guy.
Small forward, projected top 5 pick going into the start of the year,
Oh, was he?
and dropped because he didn't start at North Carolina. He didn't start. There was a few small issues there, but projected top 5 He was second in his class in high school. He won the MVP for All-American high school game that happens at the end of high school.
Hey,
Boy.
is this the guy that Kobe White was happy that he got drafted because it was his teammate?
No, that was
Oh,
Cam
okay.
Johnson to Atlanta.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right.
That was awesome reaction. That was so cool.
Yeah.
But no, because it was a bit later. But Nazir Little, welcome, and he fits straight in. We need small forward. He fits straight in.
Mm.
Ah, so good. Anyway, besides that, I don't really care about the draft because
Yeah, they're all little kids at the moment.
they are.
They're all younger than us.
I'm excited to see what Zion can do with the young team that Pelicans have.
They've got a pretty nice looking team.
They do.
Built. There's so many good teams coming. Like, I don't know whether
There really
is basketball getting better, or is it just that, I don't know, the talent's shifting around.
Well,
there's
a few answers there.
Yeah.
Basketball's getting a bit better,
Yeah.
but Phoenix suck. The Knicks suck.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
There's a bunch of organisations that suck.
I don't. We'll be talking about this in free agency, but my boy Bobby Portis is in is in Yon now. I think
He's just going to be punching guys.
he's the best player there now. Watch out, Julius Randle. He's coming for your shot.
He's coming for your spot. Well, that concludes kind of a quick recap of what we missed.
Yeah, there's not really much to talk. Like,
There's heaps more we could cover.
the champs won, the Warriors lost. We don't really know if they're good or not in the NBA. Like, they may have been good in college, but we don't know what they're like in the NBA yet. So
Quick shout out to Jimmer because you're a dud. And that's a prime example of what people thought. Going into the draft, went to the NBA, dud.
But did you see him? Did you see him playing in summer league?
I watched one of his games.
Yeah, the one against Sacramento.
The bad
Oh
one.
no, Miami. The one against Miami.
Maybe.
No, I'm thinking of something. I don't know. But
His first game he played okay. I watched his
Yeah.
second game.
he's done.
It was sad to watch. It was really sad to watch. He was just he's getting his handles. He got stolen twice. He complained. He got tech fouled.
Oh, really?
It wasn't pretty.
So
I want
would you say-
I want success for that guy, but
do you think this is it? Like, 'cause he doesn't have a he does have a contract, doesn't he?
I don't know. But he'd get one.
No, because
Doesn't he have one with Phoenix? But he mustn't because
But
he's
he's-
on the Warriors.
Don't tell me they just gave him a 2-year deal then bought him out.
Probably. Because he wouldn't be
It was
on.
Phoenix, though, I guess.
Yeah, he wouldn't be on the Warriors roster if
Mm.
he's that poor guy.
Man, like, admittedly, we should wrap this up.
We
but-
should.
Admittedly,
How does Jimmy get time every episode?
but you got to admit, Summer League is not a great place for him to.
It's yuck basketball.
It is like, and they're also desperate to prove themselves. Like the intensity of and the messiness of the defense would be pretty hard for someone who's like who's used to playing with some kind of system.
and he's the main guy with the ball. It doesn't suit him at all, and
Yeah.
it showed. I do agree. I think he deserves to be on someone's team, but in the same breath,
And he's probably pretty nervous out there because it's his last. Every chance is his last chance, but he's had a lot of last chances.
Jimmer, if you ever listen to this, come to Australia, make some money, win a championship or two.
Hey, Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, you know.
Yeah, they need a
You can be
point
the
guard
star. Oh, you can be mate. You can be the star.
of anyone. But look, I think his NBA's career is done.
Mm.
How Jimmer got more time?
I'll give him one more chance on the Bulls. Well, we're still not very good. He can come and play.
Okay, just call them GM
He can be our third string point guard.
/
'Cause
second
we got
string.
we got Kobe. We got to develop Kobe. Now you know what? Chris Dunn can take a seat for half a season.
Just quickly, also,
Yeah.
we're really dragging this on.
Okay, let's move on. Let's
No.
go. Oh.
I love the fact that we're talking into these
Wait, we gotta get used to it when we actually talk with these.
when we got the podcast going.
Yeah, it'll be much better. No, don't give me this. You're thinking exactly what I was thinking then. That's sick. Anyway, this looks like
This is a sham.
we're done. Let's get out of here.